Well, we're here in Louisiana at the end of July. I'm exercising Inferno here. Last of the horses to be exercised this morning. Yesterday we were trying to get this grass field kind of reset. We plowed it and we're liming it and ran out of lime, and then it started raining, so I got to try and finish that up. We took on a contract to bring in some money. I know the money looks like it's kind of good, but Walter's got some plans that I wasn't really kind of taking into account, and I went out and bought a new combine in the last episode, so trying to kind of make up for that a little bit. I'm gonna have to get over there and do that. If you look in the forecast, we got rain coming again. I think maybe about 9 o'clock, and I think we also are expecting some destructive weather this evening. I don't think we've ever experienced a tornado here in Louisiana in this series yet, but I think we're about to. So hopefully that's nowhere near us. I know I have been warned back when I was playing in, where was it? Riverbend Springs. Somebody warned me that I should put my bales in a bale storage because the tornado will blow them all over the place. That's a huge risk for us because we got that big stack of straw bales over by the dairy barn that we got from a contract we did, I think, in the first episode of this series. So yeah, that's a little concerned about that. The first thing I want to do is I want to get the rest of that field limed. We've got to get the grass put in there as well. I need to mix up some feed, finish clearing out the silage bunker. Give her some butter. I'm sure I got milk I got to take. I overbought when I bought the lime, so there's still some lime up at the store that we gotta go get. I'm gonna drive all the way up to the road and get it. I think there's crawfish down by the pond too, so yeah, we gotta get the back lifter on or grab the telehandler. I think I gotta adjust how the pallets are in the storage to put together the ready packs. I think I said when I got done doing garlic, I was gonna turn garlic off and go back to focusing on peppers, because greenhouses are a split production, so the more things you have selected, the fewer of everything you get. And in case you missed the last episode, we bought ourselves the CR11 New Holland. We got one used, pretty nice. Gonna take some work though. Let's see. Alright, so let's just get some lime loaded in here. We'll just fill it up. We'll take one bag. Yep. So we took one whole bag. framed big bag of lime. Let's get down here. So rain, I think, there's probably a couple of showers expected today, but the first one I think is like 9, which means it could be as early as maybe 8:30, 8. So I want to get this on before it starts raining. Get it in a single pass or not. I'll do my best to. Well, the lines are showing up. Actually, if I go this way, turn on. Oh yeah, I should be able to get it right. Yeah. There we go. All right, so that's good. Got the lime done. I need to put this out of the way, but where it'll be out of the weather. Can I slip it in here? I think I need the water tank though to go fill the greenhouse. Matter of fact, let me do that quick. Is there enough? I noticed when I was looking at the greenhouse earlier that it was a little low on water, so I might as well run some over there. I do not know how much it'll take, probably all of it. Oh, and I got a garlic right there, so I should turn the garlic off, right? Before it starts making a bunch more. Deactivate garlic. Chili peppers, how we doing? So I'm probably out of water now. Sitting here trying to decide whether to go to the water tank and fill up or just fill up in the creek here. Because it's a long ways over to the water tower, the windmill behind the house. I'm just gonna pull in here and get some. I gotta open the cover. There we go, and then we can fill it. So with this this tank, if you don't open the cover, you can't fill it. It was a little slow. I think while I have it on the back of the tractor, I'm going to go buy the pasture where we have the beef cattle and just top off the water there. Just to be safe. We'll put the water tank away. I'll go grab the lifter. We'll get the garlic and the crawfish. It shouldn't take too much. Yeah, it didn't take too much there. But just to be safe, because didn't I let it run out of water? Or, yeah, wouldn't have been feed. I think I let it run out of water. Pretty hard to run it out of feed. It's got meadow grass in there. Got that stuff into storage. I am going to regret jumping on the motorcycle here, but we're going to run down and get started on that contract if we can. If I can figure out how to, I think there's a way to get there from here. Didn't realize it, but I think there's a ford over there, so, or if not a ford, maybe even a dry crossing across the creek. I didn't realize it because we don't kind of get over to this part of the map often, or ever, and I think this will go right over to where we were supposed to be working at. Okay, so, yeah, I think I go right across this. Now, if it starts raining, I'm going to regret having coming over here on the motorcycle, because I'll have to go home in the rain, perhaps, but get over here and get started on this contract. Where's the equipment? There we go. Alright, so I'll park by this tree over in the corner. And hopefully remember where the motorcycle is. Oh, let's put it right there. So we got the Mercedes MB Track 1000 to do this. I think we got to unfold this. This is kind of fun to do in first person. So you can kind of watch it wrap. Usually what I would do is I would pick one up and then I would head for the next one. While it's wrapping, and then I can line up for the next one. Offload that one. And then pick this one up. And go ahead for the next one. I'll get this one here. That arm's gonna come out. Yeah, I was afraid it was gonna hit that bale, but it didn't. Get that far one over here. Kind of try and get the outside first, and we can run up and down. I think this is a great candidate for a time lapse. So we'll get going on that. It's turned into a torrential downpour here. Is that even? It's hail. Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea to keep doing this now. Well, I'm not gonna ride a motorcycle in the hail either. That would be crazy. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head up. We're gonna wait for the weather to get a little better. I'm gonna take the MB track to the store. My truck is there, and I'll take my trailer back to the farm. We'll wait for the weather to get better, and we'll come out here and we'll finish this up. So let me just drop that there. Head into town here quick. Yeah, I don't like hailstorms. I don't like having my equipment out in the hail either, for that matter. Motorcycle in the hail. Ugh. It's not like it's a good bike, though. Well, I mean, it's a fine bike, but it's not like a street bike. We use it for getting around on the farm, so it's not like your Harley Davidson is getting destroyed in the hail. Probably not a good idea. Threw a blanket over it. Yeah, threw a blanket over the tank so it wouldn't get dented off. Alright, probably lights on for safety, right? When we get to the store, we can check out the used equipment, I suppose, since we're here. And then grab the truck. I'm going to try and park near the door so I don't have to be outside very long. Oh, where did that come from? I did not see that. Nearly did it again. All right, you ready? Run. Okay. We're just over half done. Can I check the used equipment sheet? So a little Antonio Carraro tractor. This was a DLC for FS22. I never did really get it. Yeah, good for, I guess, they introduced grapes and olives in FS22. So I suppose that's kind of why. What's this thing? It's a wood chipper. It is. We're not doing forestry on this one. That's a pretty nice wood chipper, though. All right, thanks. Hey, what's the word on the street? What do you know? Anything good? Contract-wise, there's some fertilizing contracts, which would be nice. What we should do is we should get a slurry tanker. How much is left? They got to be done today, so I don't think we'll get to them. Thanks. Well, what you could do is you could get a slurry tanker and just use up, try and use up all the slurry we have. We got to put in some kind of slurry storage, I think. Alright, let's run to the truck. Let's get back to the farm with it. Let's get it inside. Bring this tractor in too. Alright, I think that's everything except my pickup. But I think we're stuck here. Go over to the cow barn here. So yeah, I need to figure out some sort of slurry storage solution. We had to fill up the tank there just so that we could continue to produce it. This is empty now, so we need to mix up total mix ration with the remaining silage that we have. Got manure. We can get a manure spreader someday. I like to normally use slurry or manure on the grass fields, but if we've got the grass roller, we don't even need that. So we can really reduce our need for fertilizer by utilizing our slurry and manure maybe on the fields before we plant or right after we plant. I don't think we got fertilizer on our seed drill. Probably get a new one. And then I have a planter. Oh yeah, it's in the building with the seed drill and the tractors down there, yeah. I don't know if we need a bigger planter. It wouldn't hurt to have a bigger planter or seed drill, but yeah. So I'm not sure how long this is going to last yet. Let me go ahead and pull up the crop calendar with the weather on the bottom. So, yeah, it should be done by noon. So I guess I'm just going to wait it out. We'll wait it out here in the cow barn. Look at the milk. We got 5,385. We could probably take a tank of milk. So, yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Once the hail stops, we'll go get the milk truck, we'll fill it up with milk, take it into the dairy, and then we can grab the MB track, go back out and finish the contract. So that's the idea. So we'll see you once the storm's over. Yeah, I got a little impatient there. Kind of had to speed up time to get it to stop. It was going on forever. Looks like it's still dripping rain a little bit, but that should be fine. It should be done here. So let me grab the tractor. Go get the milk truck. I want to get out there and finish that contract. I don't want to come over here. I want to get our field drilled with grass again. And that should probably do it for today, everything we need to do. So next month is going to be August. We'll have the other 2 grass fields to cut and bale for hay. And then we'll need to plow them up with either a subsoil or a plow, lime them, and replant them with grass. Now I'm wondering, yeah, I think I'll replant them both with grass, and then the one that's closest to the rice fields, this winter we'll go ahead and convert it into a rice field. Doors won't hit the back of the truck. And I don't know if I'm back far enough or not. A lot of times I don't get back quite far enough. That should be good. I imagine a bigger truck would probably be a good idea, or a bigger tank on the truck, or a truck with a bigger tank would be a good idea. But I like the look of this one. I know it's small. We just have to go a little more frequently. That's okay. I don't think there's any place else we can take milk, is there? Suppose it could look. Yeah. That's the only place. You never know if like a restaurant or something like that will take milk. We'll take this, we'll run back to the implement dealer and we'll grab that MB track, go out and finish the bale wrapping contract. Yeah, I was feeling bad about it as I was wrapping the bales. Once it started raining, it's like, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. They have a signal on? But then once it started hailing, I was like, alright, I'm gonna stop. I didn't think it was a good idea while it was raining. Certainly not a good idea while the hail's coming down. And I had a bunch of equipment out in the elements, so I didn't want everything getting all beat up by that hail. I don't know how they program the AI traffic. It seems on some maps they recognize stop signs and stop, at least briefly. On this one, not at all. Not at all. MB tracks where I normally like to park. Over here. I do have the lime I gotta come pick up over here. I guess we'll head out to the field, we'll finish this contract up, and I'll just hop on the motorcycle and head back out. We'll have to figure out a ride into town later to get the milk truck back to the farm. Should stop for lunch, but I think we're busy today. I got things I want to do. I know there's more weather happening. I don't think it'd probably be a good idea for me to stop. should be the last bale here. I wasn't completely confident when we started this that we were going to have enough wrap to complete it, but it looks like we do. So once we drop that off, we're done. Folding is... bale's not being wrapped. Must have still been... in the process of dropping the bale. Okay. So the bike should be... oh, over here. This is the corner. Thought that was the... misreading my corners here. Alright, so... go ahead and we'll just leave it here in the field. We'll grab our bike and we'll head back. Now let's see. What was it? I think it was over here. I think it was this track. We can kind of see our farm from here. I don't know if I would really want to acquire another field. We are pretty challenged the way it is. Keeping up with what we have to do. I think we're certainly going to find that out here in September, October, and November. When we get back to the farm, we'll get the seed drill out, make sure we got seed, grass seed in it, and we'll go get that field seeded, sown, drilled, whatever. What other verbs can we use to describe that? Let's see. Okay, so I'll need to pull out the New Holland with the auger wagon, then we can get back to the seed drill. I don't even know if that fits through the dump pits. It's big. I wish... this one almost looks like it does have like a... no, it doesn't. I like one that you got a bottom dump on it as well as using the auger. Okay. Should probably put gas in this at some point, but I think we're all right for this job. We do have fertilizer. So let's change it to grass. So I could put the fertilizer in. Yeah, and do it now. I think I will. We still have some over here, right? Yeah, I think all the seeds in that little building, but they got fertilizer right here. I don't know how much. Oh, enough. Yeah, that's plenty. Yep, yep. This will be fine. Alright, so let's see. What does steering assist recommend for us? 3 headlands? I suppose it's okay. And yeah, we would work the, we would start, yeah. Okay. I don't know why it does it that way, but we can. So let's turn the seed drill on. We will drop it down right there like that. And then what? I'll swing around this way. We'll go that. This one go. I'll do every one here at the beginning, but then I'll probably start skipping around just to make it go quicker. So let's drill this field. Okay, it's a little after 3, what, 3:08 now. It's going well. I'm really glad that we had the fertilizing unit on our seed drill because that makes that a lot easier. Get it done in one pass. I'll hop out when we're done. We'll see what the field info says for the field, maybe even check in the map, but it should be good. Got to be kind of careful when you're adjusting your steering that the correct line is highlighted in orange, because that's the one that when you click the button is going to turn green and you're going to follow. A couple of times I've been off on that, but finishing up here at a good time of day. It's not too late, so I'm glad. If you look at the weather, you can see we got the storm, the tornado showing up there, so yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I think it's about 8 o'clock tonight. We'll see it. They usually come in the evening times, which is actually somewhat realistic. Let me turn that off. Get out the field. And then I want the lines to go away, so if I do what? That, they'll go away. Alright, so let me hop out. Walk into here. Oh, do we have a roller? Yes, we do. It's the little drag thing. So yeah, can I get a worker to do that for me? That would be nice. I don't want to do it. I guess I could. I'm not looking forward to the tornado tonight, I can tell you that. Let's see. So I got the bike. Where is my... Oh, it's way up by the road, right? Yeah. I remember where it's at now. I'll take the motorcycle up there. I don't want to get caught out in the weather again on the bike. Gosh, I could be closer to that wall. That should be good. Am I gonna get that feed mixed today? I could if I have a worker do the quote-unquote rolling. I don't want to do it. I might have to. I know they have problems when they try and do it. Should have rode in forwards because backing up this thing is slow. All right. I guess we can use this to get the bags off the back of the truck too. We gotta go get the rest of them. I guess I can wait till tomorrow to do the feed. I can't remember how to help. Okay, so L1, R1, left stick side to side. So technically it's still behind me. You just can't see it. Alright, that was kind of a painfully slow drive, but come on now. There we go. So you don't turn it on, right? No. Get rid of that. And then I'll bring up my... I know you don't like the lines. I don't like the lines either, but... it was the right thing to do. Help us do this well. So it's down the whole time anyway, yeah. But it'll help us do this efficiently, so we will. When I get to the other end, I'll just loop back up. I think we're doing 3 headlands. We'll see. Get a better feel for them here when we get down here. Actually, you're probably better off not doing the lines. I don't know. Yeah, we'll do every other one. That should work. Let me drag it. Alright, I think I'm finishing up here. we're going to call that good. There's a little bit, I think, over on the edge down at the bottom of the field that we didn't quite get, but I think it's okay. So it looks like it's gone. It's really still behind us. You'll see the grass kind of bend over, but we're going to take it back up. I don't know why I'm going a long way around, but we'll go ahead and put this away. All right, there we go. I got it to appear. Sometimes I don't know. Not quite sure how that works, but I think what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and offload the truck. Where am I gonna put all this line? I don't know. I'm afraid to put it out here. What's that over there? That's fertilizer, isn't it? This is fertilizer, yeah. I guess I could stack it here. It just, yeah. I think I got enough room to get it all off, but what we'll probably do is I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, I think. I know I probably have more time that I can include in the episode, but what I want to do is make sure that I don't run over too much, and then I'll try and include as much of this kind of busy work here at the end of the day as I can, and hopefully maybe a little bit of the storm later tonight. But I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me here in Louisiana, the Louisiana Farm. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. If you don't subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. We'll see you next time.
PlayStation